Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, then welcome for the first time. Alright, so before we get into the hair talk, yes, this is a new addition to my tattoo family. I did take a couple clips in the beginning of my vlog, so if you want to check it out, I have it linked in the description box below, or you can click on the screen over here and it'll take you to my vlog channel, where I also update about monthly over there. So the topic of this video is going to be about hair typing, because I get asked that question so often. What is your hair type? And usually my answer is, your guess is as good as mine, because I don't use the hair typing system personally. And I'm going to tell you why. It's because my hair changes so very often, and I feel like I'm kind of doing a disservice by adding gels and other products to my hair. Well, sometimes I like to show you guys what I'm using, but this video I want to show you what my natural, completely natural hair type looks like, because it's not this. This is with the aid of products to make it look a certain way, if that makes any sense. It freezes and clumps your curls while they're wet. But my natural air dried hair, I'm going to show you what it looks like. So from the looks of things, I should be around the 4B, 4A, 3C-ish area. But when my hair is like this and there's a whole bunch of products in it, I am somewhere in the 3s. And actually some parts are 2C-ish, because especially in the top of my head where it is, well, you can't see anything because I'm losing sunlight. In the top of my head where it is, I have the straight pieces, it's more in the 2C-ish. So that is one reason why I don't use the hair typing system. There's so many different textures and coils. It's almost impossible for my hair to cater to just one. Now, I'm not knocking the system whatsoever, because there's so many people that use the system and it works to their benefit. There's so much more that goes into hair than what meets the eye. Let's get real nerdy for a second and talk about first the bulb of the hair. In your hair bulb, you know, when like you're examining your fallout in that little white part, that's the part that's actually in your scalp, and that contains cells that will redevelop every 72-ish hours. What are you doing? So in general, your hair grows about 6 inches every year, which is like 0.3 millimeters of hair every day, and it's completely random. It's not like, for instance, this guy, he will shed his hair seasonally according to the weather, but humans don't do that. We shed our hair completely randomly. When that new bulb is ready to push out the old follicle, that's what's going to happen. And that depends on you. That depends on your body chemistry and how you're taking care of yourself. There are levels to this hair growth thing. There's actually 3 levels to the hair growth process. There's the anagen phase, catagen phase, and the telogen phase. So in the first anagen phase, that is when your hair is actively growing. In this stage of hair growth, that's where a lot of people have trouble retaining length. So during that first anagen active stage of hair growth, your hair grows about 1 centimeter every 28 days. Now this is where it gets a little tricky, and it'll vary with different people, because some people have a shorter anagen phase, which means their hair grows 1 centimeter for maybe 14 days, and they don't see as much growth as the next person. It can also vary from year, like cluster of year to cluster of year in the same person. The second phase is the catagen phase, which lasts 3 weeks. Catagen phase, which is your hair transitioning. The growth stops for a couple weeks, but your hair is strengthening, so to speak. The last stage, the telogen stage, is what you see when you can pluck a hair in that white bulb. The hair is completely done. There's no more growth to be had. It's done. Life is over. It's gone. It's completely done. So those stages, I don't know where I was going with this, but I just felt the need to share that with you guys. It's different for everybody. That's my point. That's my point. It's different for everybody. So those stages of hair growth, just because somebody big chopped their hair and 6 months later their hair is down their back, And yours is still not even to your ear. We grow at different rates, just like our bodies grow and change at different rates. So does our hair. So just because you're using the same products as your sister and her hair is growing way long and yours is just not doing anything, it's not you. Don't take it personally. Or is it you? You have over 5 million hair follicles all over your body. So at any given time, anything could affect those cells and completely disrupt your hair growth. So don't get discouraged if your hair is not growing the way that you want it to, or somebody bought a hair product and it was great and it worked so awesome for them, but it looks like somebody sneezed in your hair and it's just sitting there dry. Don't get discouraged. Just try what works for you. Just because one product worked for a certain hair type does not mean that it's gonna work for yours. So I just encourage you guys to, if you're trying to know your hair type, just experiment. You can try the chart, completely try it, but I am not the hair typing chart expert. I admit it, I don't know much about it because I am more of an experimenter. I'm a scientist, I like to think. But you guys just try, see what works for you. That's the best advice I can give you, is to see what works for your hair. If you guys want to share in the comments below your hair type and what has worked for you so that somebody else can have like a starting point, feel free to share that. Or if you know another YouTuber that gives really good hair typing or hair experiments videos, feel free to share it in the comments below. Anyways, you guys, I have rambled for so long. The sun is now setting. I will see you guys in the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give it a thumbs up and share it. Okay? All right. I'll see you next month. Bye.